Man, it's just so weird that we are told from such an early age that make money, make a bunch of money. Money is really important. Money is what makes the world go round. We have all these conceptions about money, and our entire young adult lives, we just try to, just hustle and grind as much as possible to position ourselves in a way that we are able to make as much money as we can. But what if money was not the answer, man? Like, imagine for a second that you have all the fucking money in the world. Let's say you hit the jackpot just yesterday and now you get to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But what problems does it solve, really? Like, there was the study back in the day that any money that you make above $70,000 a year does not bring you all that much happiness as you might think. So let's dive through that one notion and then see what you would do with all the money. Say right now, the first thing that you might do is probably just buy a house, buy your friends gifts, buy your relatives gifts, travel. It's just all the bucket list item things. Buy yourself an expensive watch, just whatever, man. Just throw a bunch of money at hookers, cocaine, whatever. Just party hard. But what next? What next? Like, do you feel like going down this hedonistic sort of treadmill is going to bring you any sort of satisfaction and happiness? I mean, to a bunch of people, maybe it will. People who don't even have the self-reflection capabilities that's required to think about a meaningful life. Maybe these people, they'll always just keep running on the hedonistic treadmill, and their existence would be quantified. Quantified. I don't know if that's the right word. Maybe it's not right. Um, Justified. Whatever, man. Like, whatever. You get the point. So with enough money, a small fraction of people who don't think enough, they might get really happy, and that's all they ever wanted from life. But what for the rest of us? Because I'm pretty sure after a point it just starts feeling empty as hell, man. Like, going to Michelin starred restaurants, going to like nice fancy hotels, like it becomes such a chore over time. I'm pretty sure it becomes a chore. Traveling becomes a chore. You have a private jet, whatever, man. Like, you have infinite money, you have a private jet, you have all the cars that you need in life. Over time, I feel just maintaining this facade that I'm happy, like, in itself becomes such a chore. Somewhere I feel like that the emptiness would eat away at you, and you want to find something that is more permanent, more satisfying, more wholesome, more loving, a more loving outer reality. So say, you reject the notion of buying. I just keep running into this thing. But anyway, like, I feel if you were to try finding something more permanent, say that would be health, a good social life, maybe. So now you start talking in more realistic terms, that, oh, you know what, you've been there, done that, you've done all the bucket list item things. What next? So now you look onto the more important things in life: relationships, starting a family, making good friends, having a good social circle. And okay, now you feel more grounded in life. It's almost like walking through the Maslow hierarchy of needs or whatever. But but eventually you find out that, you know having these people around you, it's not enough, because you don't even know who you are. Because at this point, like, these people, they're just checking boxes in your life, but something still feels missing. You almost feel like you don't even know these people anymore, because it's just the same old nonsense. Every single day, it's just the same shit all over again. Oh, I went to this place, I went to that place, oh, my Instagram blew up, whatever, man, whatever, just nonsense. So what next then? At that point you feel like, oh, you know what, like, all this is still kind of empty, and I actually want to sculpt myself. Like, I am this raw heap of clay, and I actually want to sculpt myself into something that I recognize to be myself. To just get all your life experiences together and build it into something, almost like an expression of your inner self. Because on the body, on the outside, yes, we all look pretty much the same. We do pretty much the same things. There are basic needs that we have to take care of. Yeah, I don't know, like this probably my cat. Yeah. But deep inside we have a reality just so starkly different from each other, because no two people have the same exact life. Like we have just like the households we grew up in, the schools we went, the sort of people we hung out with, like they shaped us in very particular ways. And eventually I feel like the inner self starts calling, screaming almost, to let it express itself. And that is when you start individuating into yourself. And and then somewhere on this path you start to think that, oh, you know what, I why am I even doing all this? Like, I was born, I'll die eventually, but why do I even have to go through all this nonsense? And at that point, this is, I think, the point where most people start losing themselves, because they don't even know what the fuck they're living. Like, it's okay, it's all great and dandy. Like, we started with having all the money, we started from there, and traveled the world, bought expensive things, made friends, realized we didn't even know ourselves to make good friends. Then we tried making something out of ourselves. Then we started dialing into our true nature. We hung out with more individuated people in life. But then somewhere on the path, like, it just started feeling empty. And now what? I don't even know why I'm living. And then eventually I start asking the question, like, why does life even exist? Like, where does life even come from? And at that point, like, you turn to religion, spirituality, whatever. You go through all that, you realize, oh shit, all this is just a bunch of woohoo. uh, it's just not making any sense. Oh, so God created reality. Where did God come from? And most religions, most spiritual traditions, um, I mean, it's like, 10 blind men touching an elephant. One person is touching the trunk, one person is touching the ear, the leg, the belly, whatever. Every person has a different description of this animal. All of them are blind, none of them can actually see the whole entire thing, and everybody has a different description of it. And that is pretty much how religion goes. Like, there are so many religions in life that you can buy into, and all of them have a different way of looking at the objective nature of reality. God is what you'll colloquially call it. um, but I think there is this one singular thing that unifies all the religions. And to me, that itch that I had to find out this one true reality, the nature of reality in its most objective, uh, now that I could only find using non-duality. Like, I studied non-duality so much, man. And there are many flavors of non-duality, so to say. Like, but the underlying theme remains the same, that all of this reality is being conjured up inside an awareness, a pure conscious awareness. And where is this thing located? Well, it's not even located anywhere, because the construct of being located in is within it. So the structures of space and time are actually positioned within this field of awareness, if you can call it that. This field of awareness is not really a field, because the concept of field, the concept of physical space and time, comes within it. So it's almost like this reality supersedes it. And that is the reason you cannot actually locate it anywhere. But that is all there is. Like, it's the basic ground of existence. And if one asks, why does existence even exist in the first place, then, and at that point, you have to think that the question in itself is incorrect, because non-existence by its very own definition cannot exist. So existence is all there can ever be, and the primary ground of existence is this field of awareness, this field of consciousness that conjures up all possible reality within it. That's my take on all this. So that is how I would say what enlightenment is all about. Like, this is the road that you go down on when you start looking for enlightenment. And this is, I think, once you find this out, the rest of the things become easy. Like, fuck all the money in the world. At least start individuating yourself, because not everybody can have all the money in life. But once you find out this true nature of reality, you at least now know that you are all there is. So you're just a fragment of this ultimate existence, the ultimate ground of existence. You're just a small fragment of it. You're just within it, but that is your true nature. This awareness, the conscious awareness that you possess, is just a small fragment of the grand cosmic awareness, the ultimate ground of existence. And once you know that you are that, you realize that there is no other way. Like, it's just this ground of awareness playing with itself. So it's like, the concept of Horcrux in Harry Potter, how Voldemort just breaks pieces of itself before it can be killed. So I think this is very much like that. Uh, it's like the ultimate reality fragments itself into multiplicity of forms, like you and me and all the animals, whatever, all these trillions and trillions upon galaxies and such. Like, just in our galaxy, although I mean, this is not my strong suit really. I feel like, let's not even say anything about that, because I'm pretty sure I'll be wrong at the facts. But I know that there's like billions of galaxies, and there's like so many stars, and it's just like there's just infinite many things out there. And just to think that with all of that is just placed within this one singular reality, uh it's like an existential hologram of infinite compute power, in which all of this is housed, and you are just like a speck in it, a speck in it, a speck of a speck in it. And you still get to imagine and think all to do all this grandeur. It's pretty wilding. It's pretty wild stuff is what I was trying to say. So, so yeah, that's what's up. So once you get in touch with all this, I feel like you almost feel like, oh, there is no other way. I mean, even if you just kill yourself right now, you, I mean, you're just killing the structure, but the reality within just still remains. So that's what's up. That's what's up. So whatever experiences you've been able to gather in this life so far, don't let it go to waste. Run with it. Get in touch with yourself more, and then make something beautiful out of it. It's like just play, man. It's just playground. We're all building just castles of sand. That is all we ever do. Just build castles of sands, and they eventually wash away. We are pretty insignificant. Nothing ever lasts. All the all there is just make the best out of it. Just play with it. Make of it what you will. That is how you have a good life, I think. Money is the cheapest thing. That is what I'd leave you with. Money is the cheapest thing in the world. All of all of the things that follow, that is what matters really. If you can just hone into your own nature, you can hone in your individuality. Eventually, you can have a really good life. It's like a child who goes up the slide, comes down it, just laughs, giggles, because the child is having fun. And I feel like somewhere we forget to have that fun. So just have fun, man. If your life is good, if you're happy, you'll have fun, you'll have joy. uh, Hopefully you'll have love in your life, and that's all that matters, man. Like, if life is good, you don't bother to ask all these existential questions. But if life is not good, you're in a hell of your own making, bro. So get out of it, okay? That's what's up. Yeah, I feel like this one got pretty heavy, so I'm just gonna cut it right here. And thank you so much if you watched it till here. Means a lot to me. And if you have any follow-up questions, if you want to talk about something, just let me know. And yeah, thank you again. See you in the next one.